welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we're going to be looking at this statement that the Indiana State Police released the other day, a few days ago, and they were appealing to the public for once in a case that has been going on since February 2017. And the public has very much not been involved. It's been a very closed case because they want to, of course, solve the case. And using the information they have, they don't want to taint that or release that. But almost 5 years later, they've appealed to the public like, okay, we've got this social media profile. Can you help us out here? And man, did it work out well. Because they've already, within a few days, nailed down who owned that social media profile. So let's get into that.
My name is Sergeant Jeremy Piers, the Public Information Officer with the Indiana State Police out of the Lafayette Post. While investigating the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German, detectives with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and the Indiana State Police have uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schwartz. This profile was being used from 2016 to 2017 on social media applications, including but not limited to Snapchat and Instagram. The fictitious Anthony Schwartz profile used images of a known male model and portrayed himself as being extremely wealthy and owning numerous sports cars. The creator of the fictitious profile used this information while communicating with juvenile females to solicit nude images, obtain their address, and attempt to meet with them. Pictured on your screen, you'll see images of the known male model and images of the fictitious profile sent to the underage females. We have already identified the male in these images that were used by Anthony Schwartz. The male in the photo is not the person of interest in the investigation. Detectives are seeking information about the person who created the Anthony Schwartz profile. Investigators would like any individual who communicated, met, or attempted to meet the Anthony Schwartz profile to contact law enforcement by utilizing the tip email, Abby and Libby Tip at cacoshrf.com. Please provide as much information as you possibly can. For example, when you communicated with Anthony Schwartz, how you communicated with the profile, what social media applications the account used, and if Anthony Schwartz attempted to meet you or obtain your address. If you have saved images or conversations with Anthony Schwartz profile, please attach them to your email. Again, if you have any information, please contact law enforcement by utilizing the tip email, Abby and Libby Tip at CACOSH.
Wow. So that is how they appeal to the public. And then, my word, I don't think anyone expected the information to come out this quick. For those of you not familiar with the Delphi Murders, this is interesting. It's such a weird coincidence that I was going to start talking about it on my channel now. And now we've got breaking news. It's just like, whoa, I can't believe it. This is how I caught it now because I've been so busy deep diving all the information. On Friday, I'm going to be on Murder Academy, which is Stephen Keogh, former Scotland Yard. Remember Stephen? He was a guest on the show 2 or 3 times already. I'm going to be on his show doing a live stream on Friday. So go and set the reminder over there. And then he's going to be on my show talking about the Delphi murders on Tuesday, the 14th of December. So I don't know if he's seen this yet, but I would hope so, this information that I have here. But I'm sure by tomorrow he will. It's just for me, it's almost 2 a.m. I've been deep diving this case all day. And for the last couple of days that I'm just like, I can't believe this. When I saw it, I'm like, am I really seeing this? Like, what? Wow. So if you're not familiar with the case, though, don't worry. You'll get all caught up. We're going to talk about it. But I would suggest reading up a little bit on the Delphi murders or the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. 2 girls, 13 and 14, were murdered in Delphi in February of 2017. It was never, ever revealed how they were murdered. And all we really have publicly is a short clip that Libby took with her phone, which was very smart to do, of a man walking towards them on a bridge. And then it appears that she took an audio recording or just left the recording going in her pocket, because then there's some audio recording that the police, they've got lots more than what the public has, of course. But they did release one sentence which says, "Guys, down the hill, which is really scary to listen to. Oh my word. So if we look at some of this new information here, wait, I've got to make myself a little bit smaller. So here they say Indiana State Police released information in their investigation into the Delphi murders on Monday night. See, that was like so not long ago. On Monday night, appealing to the public for tips about a person tied to a social media account. So that was Monday night, and here we are on Wednesday. I mean, for you guys, it's actually Tuesday night. What? Almost 5 years of a case going kind of cold, dormant, like people not knowing what the heck? Even though we had the bridge guy video, an audio clip, 2 composite sketches. What? And now they're like, okay, we need to appeal to the public for this. And they found someone who has this profile? Okay, so ISP, Indiana State Police, appealed for information about a social media profile with the name Anthony Schwartz. Does it also look like underscore to you? I don't know. Maybe it's just 1 underscore. Anyway, saying only that it had been used on Snapchat and Instagram to contact juvenile females to solicit nude photos. Okay, so this we know. New info in the Delphi murder case. So if we keep it going down, look at this mofo right here. Oh my word. Like seriously, dude. The profile was active in 2016 and 2017. State police have not provided any obvious link between the Anthony Schwartz account and the Delphi case. Yes, except appealing to the public for information about it. All right. Saying only that the male model whose image was used was not a person of interest, but it appears a person tied to that account was in custody in a case Indiana State Police were already investigating. On February 25th, 2017, ISP and FBI investigators executed a search warrant linked to the Anthony Schwartz account. Okay. A search warrant. February 25th, 2017. Their investigation led them to Miami County, according to court documents that have been heavily redacted. They eventually found a man identified as Kegan Anthony Kline, who is currently 27 years old. Kline told police he'd used social media accounts to talk to underage girls, contacting both people he knew and didn't know. He told police he would find girls on Instagram and then ask them to talk to him on Snapchat. I just want to go back to this because, you see, that's what's interesting. Here they say, it appears a person tied to that account was in custody in a case Indiana State Police were already investigating. On February 25th, 2017, that's 11 days after they found Abby and Libby's bodies. I'm just confused. That if they found this dude's profile 11 days after they found Libby and Abby's body, then what have they been waiting for? A serial killer case or what? Is this a serial killer? Is that what we're dealing with over here? Another one? Like seriously? Okay, so they say they eventually found a man identified as Kegan Anthony Kline, who's currently 27 years old. Kline told police he used the social media accounts. We already read that. According to Kline, he exchanged messages with more than a dozen. It's probably like more like 2,200. More than a dozen underage girls and received pictures from them. Kline said he had about 100 pictures from underage girls that were sexual in nature, in addition to about 20 sexually explicit videos. That's fairly typical of someone who's seeking a particular group of kids, in this case young females, and getting their attention and building a rapport with them, said Don Whitehead of the Howard County Prosecutor's Office. They have a sexual motive in that they're trying to get videos or pictures or an opportunity to meet with these girls. As part of the investigation, authorities seized numerous electronics, including an Apple iPhone 4, Apple iPhone 3, Samsung Galaxy S5, Samsung Galaxy S4, a Nextbook tablet, and an iPad Touch. They also examined an iPhone 5C that Kline turned in later. I just want to make sure of that timeline, Anyway, police found videos and photos showing underage girls posing nude or partially nude or engaging in sex acts. Some of the files were saved on electronic devices, while others were shared in a Dropbox account. Investigators also recovered full and partial transcripts of online chats through services like Kik and Facebook Messenger. Kline often used a pseudonym, Emily Ann 45, for some of the exchanges, according to the redacted court documents. The iPhone 5C, the device that Kline had turned in later to police, had much of its data deleted, according to court documents. The web browser history on the Safari app had been erased as well, although investigators were able to recover some information. The user of the Apple iPhone 5C deleted multiple items off the phone before turning it into law enforcement. Okay, according to the probable cause affidavit. Police executed the search warrant on February 25th, while Kline didn't turn that phone in until February 27th. I'm just trying to see what the... Okay, a digital forensic report showed the user had uninstalled and deleted several apps, including MeetMe, Snapchat, and Instagram. In an interview, Kline admitted to using the applications to chat with underage girls. The evidence contained in these applications was destroyed when the user deleted them from the device before turning it into law enforcement. Right. I think they want to make a link to see, because he's a catfish then. And he probably catfished. That was one of the theories, one of the hypotheses of Abby and Libby going out there to that bridge that day, that maybe they were actually going out there to meet someone because they'd been catfished. That's scary. And they say a Samsung Galaxy S5 had been factory reset on February 23rd, 2017. Investigators recovered some chat messages that referenced meeting people in Las Vegas and prostitution, according to court documents. In August of 2020, Kline was charged with 30 felonies, including possession of CP, child exploitation, obstruction of justice, I can't say all these words, solicitation, synthetic identity deception, according to online court records. The court documents in Kline's case are heavily redacted, with information such as internet search history and chat transcripts blacked out. There appears to be no mention of the Delphi murders or any information linking Kline to the case. Yeah, except that the Indiana State Police did say that they're looking for this information. Right? And if you type in Delphi Murders, that's what it was connected to. So I'm just going to say that speculatively. Abby Williams and Libby German were found dead on February 14, 2017. Indiana State Police and the FBI executed a search warrant in the Kline case on February 25, 2017, more than a week later. Yes, but we're almost 5 years later now. What the heck? Anyway, if the time frame fits now, it's certainly worth looking into, said Whitehead. Anyone that had contact with this person at any point in time could possibly still have information on their computer that would be helpful to the investigation. He may have shared inadvertently or intentionally revealed some personal information that could be valuable. There might be embedded information in the communications that would be helpful to the investigators also. Anyone who may have been contacted, met with, or knows something about the Anthony Schwartz profile is asked to contact law enforcement. Okay. What I want to do is actually just quickly download a picture, this composite sketch, you know. Let me show you this. So this is the composite sketch. There were actually two sketches. Sorry, I know I'm like tiny in the corner over here. There were two sketches, but the reason I want to pull this up is because I want to go back to this article and back to this. Let's actually just download this friggin' picture. Yuck, dude. What are you doing? Oh, no. And now, my man, we want to compare you. Does he look like this? He actually kind of does. Oh my word, that's so scary. So, my goodness. So let's compare them side by side, shall we? Here's the composite sketch that we've had on the case that is deemed the most accurate. Okay. Wait, we've got to put the dude a little lower so we can compare features a little bit. Right? Okay, wait. What we got to do is this. Yes. What do we think? Do we think it looks like him? I mean, I think so. I know it's very... This sketch... Sorry, I don't know why my throat's like this. Give me 1 second. Just a quick one. If you like my content and would like to say thank you, the easiest way to do that is, of course, to buy a copy of any one of my books, or to buy me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/Gisela K, which I'll link below for you. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, my bad, I'm back. My goodness, I think I'm just so like, thinking of this dude. Oh my word, people who prey on children. No. They mustn't cross paths with me, I'm just saying. Okay, so I know that this sketch, it could look like a lot of people. It's a pretty generic sketch. But when I look at the way that they drew his nose shape, you know, the way they drew these, like, I don't know, pockets over here. I mean, yeah, and the dude sure put on weight, you know. It was a bit of a glow down, as usual, as one might expect in these cases. Ugh, it's so disgusting. But it really could be him. It really does look like it. I would say it's a pretty accurate match. What do you think? Okay, so let's see. Is it this picture? Yeah. Now, let's see how families reacted to this news in the new information that has just been released.
Joining us tonight at 5 o'clock, we kick it off tonight with new information in the Delphi double murder case, the help that police want from you right now, and the big questions in the case that still remain.
It has been almost 5 years since 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German were killed. Family members tell us this is the first newly released information on the case in nearly 2 years. And tonight, Dustin Grove begins our team coverage with what detectives announced and reaction from the family. Dustin?
Good evening, Jenny and Anne-Marie. Police say they want to learn more about the person who used a fake social media profile around the same time Abby and Libby were killed. And we found someone in jail tonight in a neighboring county who used a profile with that same name. What isn't clear is if that's the guy police are looking for and how it might all be connected to the Delphi case. It's something these girls' families want to know too.
It definitely gives me a renewed sense of hope.
That announcement from police, the plea for information about this social media profile, it's what Libby German's sister calls the first potential lead in 2 years.
It's a very good feeling knowing that they're still working on it and they do have new information and new leads that they're working on.
While investigating the murders, detectives say they uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schwartz. They say the person behind it was communicating with underage girls to get nude images, obtain their addresses, and try to meet them. Detectives just published a plea for help about it on YouTube.
Detectives are seeking information about the person who created the Anthony Schwartz profile.
Today, 13 News obtained these court documents that show a man using that same profile name arrested for child pornography last year in neighboring Miami County. Detectives in that case say Kegan Kline admitted to using the social media profile Anthony Schwartz to meet girls and that he had received about 100 sex.
Well, there it says Anthony Shot, not Shots. But it's one letter difference. You could have had Shot and Anthony Shots. I'm just saying, there is one letter missing.
Sexual images. The documents mention nothing about the Delphi case, and state police wouldn't say how Anthony Schwartz might fit into their investigation. They are all questions Kelsey German would like answered as the painful search for justice continues 5 years later.
It just feels like a new wave of grief is hitting me really hard, in that you have to stay hopeful and remember that it's all going to happen in God's timing, and just stay hopeful that justice will come no matter what.
Now, it's important to point out here, this man in Miami County has not been named a person of interest in the Delphi case. So what drew investigators to this social media profile, and why are they interested? Well, state police wouldn't say. I also asked if they talked with Kline or planned to. And here's what the state police said about that. A spokesperson said Indiana State Police do not confirm or deny anyone who is or is not a suspect in any ongoing investigation. At this time, we are looking for any information about the Anthony Schwartz profile and anyone who may have had contact with that profile. The case that you're referring to is a separate child pornography case. So how are they connecting these dots? How might these dots be connected or not? We just don't know. There's an information gap still here.
Yeah, there's a lot of information about this, and that's why we do have team coverage tonight. So Rich Naik now continues our coverage by looking and learning more about the man in this case. This is Kegan Kline.
Yeah, Kline now in the Miami County Jail on separate charges against children. So Rich.
What are you guys' thoughts? Let me know what you think. I'm thinking, what? Are they talking about a ring that this is connected to? I think that they're talking about this dude. They're trying to prove that Abby and Libby had her phone with her. I don't believe Abby had her phone with her, but Libby's phone had some kind of messaging going on or something with this dude. And once they can make that link, I don't know why it's taken so long if they already searched and got the search warrant, in 2017, like 10 days after the bodies were found. So I don't know what to think, but I'm like, well, there's a face that looks kind of like the sketch. It's just he's like put on a ton of weight and he fits the profile. You know what I mean? Okay, they're all looking at me. They're all watching now as I'm saying this. I'm just like, whoa, okay, wait, let me just put that screen off there. Looks so funny. It's like, I'm just like, wait, guys, I'm talking to the panel right now. So let me know what you think about all this. I'm just like, what? I can't believe it. Have you seen the bridge guy stuff? I can show you real quick. Wait. Okay, we're going to look for it here now. I'm going to show you in a moment. If you haven't seen the bridge stuff. Bridge guy. Oh my word. Hold on 1 second. It's busy doing the... Wow. From when I watched the case, I've just thought, it just seems a bit like a catfishing thing. Like the way that Libby started filming this man. I don't know. My first thought was like she was expecting someone else. And then now this man's walking towards her. And it must have just been like, oh my word. Wow, this site is not really working out right now. I think it's overwhelmed. But if I go here, enhanced images of the Delphi Murders bridge guy. There's been so much speculation here. My goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to find you the best quality thing to show you. Because if you just hang in there, okay? Just be patient, please. You might want to see it. I mean, they said Indiana State Police Delphi News. That's what they released when they made that plea for people to have any information on the Anthony Schwartz profile. Really, this Indiana.gov Delphi homicide investigation site is just really not working right now. I'm really sorry. Anyway, let me show you this. I suppose let me not show everything now because we're going to be talking about it so much very soon. This is a picture, the last known picture of Abby taken with Libby's phone on the bridge. So that is the bridge, which I think is, it's a scary looking bridge, I'm telling you. My word, what do you think? So this picture, they look okay. It was allegedly, this is Abby. It was possibly her first time on the bridge. Maybe she'd been out there a few times, but she'd never really been on the bridge. So this could have been her first time and she was all excited to get across there with Libby. Wow. And shortly after this, there was the bridge guy video. And then down the hill. Oh my word, it's so scary.
America is a nation of detectives today, trying to identify the suspect in this photo and this voice. The grainy image and that haunting audio were recorded by 14-year-old Liberty German on her cell phone. She also shot this last photo of her best friend, 13-year-old Abigail Williams. Abigail and Liberty were found murdered near this creek on a hiking trail in Indiana on Valentine's Day. We played the audio for people in Delphi, Indiana, population just 3,000.
Somebody knows this voice. Somebody has to know who this guy is. We are begging you to come up and to come forward.
The release of the audio has triggered more than 1,000 tips. Citizen sleuths, including Nancy Grace, are offering their theories about the killer.
We hear that muffled down the hill, down the hill. Why was it muffled? Because I think she put it in her pocket.
Stephen Fabian followed the final footsteps of the killer and his victims down the hill.
This is the bridge that we've all seen in the images released to the media. You can see now some flowers left behind in memory of the girls. We do know that the girls were found on this side of the creek, about a quarter of the mile in this direction. So when we're hearing down the hill on that recording, they could have been led in this direction, down this hill. And once you start going down the hill, you can sort of see all the different paths that they maybe were forced to go down. You can also hear that same crunching of the leaves that we're hearing in the recording. The further away you get from the trail, you also can start to feel how isolated it is.
There are several intriguing theories police are working on. Could there be two killers? This may explain why neither of the girls was able to get away. Does the killer live nearby? He seems to know the woods and back roads. Was the killer recently released from prison?
I don't think this is the first time he's done something like this.
Veteran New York Homicide Detective Sergeant Joe Giacalone is following the case.
He was following them for a while, and I think that's why she was able to snap this picture, because if you notice, he's looking down, he's not even paying attention. She realized maybe something's wrong, and then she snapped this blurry video.
Isn't that so scary? Down the hill. Wow. Well, let us hope with all this new information that there can be justice for Abby and Libby 5 years later. Justice at any point would be great. It doesn't matter if it takes 10 years or 20 years or someone's entire career. Oh man, always hoping for justice for the victims, because wow, like, it is such a scary thought to think that two teenage girls went out on a little hike on a day off, sunny day, February 13th, 2017, in an area that actually was quite popular to go hiking and walking around. You know, there were quite a lot of people out there that day. Not that many at the time they were out there, but later there were more people out there. That's what Libby's sister was saying. And to just know those woods and the creek so well that you know that even though people are milling around, you could just be like down the hill and just direct them a certain way, and oh, it's bad. And to know that it's actually, I wouldn't say that it's so gruesome that's why they didn't release the details, but they have said, the only thing they said is that these girls were brutally murdered, and that it's a scene that will haunt law enforcement for the rest of their lives. So that must be so terrible to see something like that. That's all I have for today. Just wanted to update you at 2 a.m. Now I'm going to go get some sleep. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It's my pleasure and my honor to cover this case. I'm glad I'm getting onto it now, because maybe someone's going to be arrested and apprehended. I mean, that's amazing. I would love to share that moment with you guys. Wow. So stay safe. Remember to be mindful of red flags. Always be mindful of red flags. Your gut instinct talks to you. Listen to it, because oh man, there's so many times that I've ignored it and talked myself out of something where I felt like this is weird, like I don't know. Oh, and then things just transpire and it just sort of snowballs, and you find yourself in a weird situation that you're like, you know, in the beginning when I'm not talking about Abby and Libby now. I'm saying for me personally and for you. If I listened to my gut instinct in the beginning of this hypothetical situation right now, it would have saved so much time and so much trauma. So stay safe, be mindful of those red flags, and I will see you in the next one.
it.